Hi, this is Latricia Pugh Griffin with Pugh Financial Coaching, helping you make better financial decisions daily. And we are back for another devotional. And today we are coming out of Proverbs chapter 6, verse 4. And it reads, "Don't put it off. Do it now. Don't rest until you do." For the last 2 weeks, we've discussed how important it is to maintain a healthy relationship with our finances personally and with others, specifically our spouse. But now he continues in chapter 6 in talking about a relationship with another person. In chapter 6, he's talking about at the beginning of the chapter about getting into debt that you cannot afford. Getting into debt that you cannot afford. Now, here are some phrases that you might have heard before. Bite it off more than you can chew. There is more month than money. All these are paraphrases, but they mean the same thing. You cannot afford what you currently have right now. And so the writer is saying that we should be very careful not to get ourselves in these situations because it will have you trapped. You're trapped in an agreement and it will hold you back from the things that you are striving to do in your life. So what are you to do when you are in these situations? Number one, I want to let you know that this is not a feel-good devotional. This is for people who are frustrated and feel like they want to give up. If you feel like you are trapped by your finances, he gives this following advice. Number one, he says, ask for forgiveness. Ask for forgiveness in hopes that they will forgive your debt. Now, I'm going to be honest, this is not something that is common, especially when it comes to businesses and lenders that you have gotten into agreement with. However, that may be possible with friends and family. But even in that, you still want to maintain healthy communication with them so it can get to that point where they may possibly forgive that debt that you owe them. Number two, it goes back to the verse. It says to don't put it off. Do it now. Don't rest until you do. Are you putting in the work consistently to create the progress that you want, to create the goals that you want? Here it is, this writer is saying, hey, you have to swallow your pride. You have to humble yourself and understand if you want this to be over with, you have to put the work in until it is done. Because if you don't, guess what? You continue to be trapped. And so, how do you do that? Well, more than likely, you already know. It's cutting back on your expenses. It's less eating out, more savings, but trying to reduce what you are spending out versus what you are taking in. And so we want to make sure that we spend less, save more. Spend less, save more. Now, all these things will slowly but surely get you into a position where now you can get out of debt. Now that is me saying this in a very small period of time, like a 2-minute span, a 3-minute span. But what you're going to do is going to take time. For individual that might be a year, for another person that might be 2 years, for another person that might be 5 years for you to get in a very comfortable place financially. However, you have to continue to keep going regardless of how big the task is. Why? Because this is for your family. You're fighting for the sustainability for your family, for the next generation to have these blessings by doing things to make sure that your family is in a good place. And so if this doesn't feel good, I really am sorry. I really am sorry. However, I know from personal experience, it's the pain that sometimes gets us back into shape. But if you are looking for assistance and would like to grow in your finances, PughFC Accountability Group is a great place for you to gain the resources and tools and the community for you to grow in your finances. So feel free to join PughFC Accountability Group. All the information is in the link that's listed in the lower third or in the description or in the comments. I hope you've enjoyed today's devotional. Be encouraged and know that what you are going through right now is temporary, but it can be temporary only if you put the work in. As you could put the work in, now you will be able to look back and say, man, that was then, but now I am living the life that God has called me to be, and I'm going to be a great steward of it. I hope you enjoyed today's devotional, and I will catch you next time.